to Suno News. This is Amama Mahmood bringing you the latest updates from Pakistan and around the globe. First up, today's headlines. According to the Wall Street Journal, Iran has refused US demands to dismantle its nuclear infrastructure, but offered a temporary halt to uranium enrichment. The proposal includes a phased reopening of the Strait of Hormuz in exchange for the lifting US sanctions. Tehran has also suggested a 30-day window for further negotiations. President Donald Trump has rejected Iran's latest response, calling it unacceptable. On Truth Social, he warned that the US will not hesitate to take military action if Iran gets close to enriching uranium. Iranian officials responded by stating that they will focus solely on national rights rather than pleasing Trump. President Masoud Pezeshkian declared on X that engaging in talks does not mean retreat or bowing to the enemy. He emphasized that negotiations aim to protect Iranian national interests and rights. He also slammed the ongoing illegal US naval blockade despite ceasefire discussions. Iran's ambassador to China, Abdul Raza Rahmani, suggested that any potential agreement with the US must be backed by major powers. He proposed that the UN Security Council should oversee the guarantees. The move highlights China's growing role in Middle Eastern diplomacy. President Emmanuel Macron stated in Kenya that the deployment of French warships is a security mission, not an act of aggression. He clarified that the mission is coordinated with Iran to ensure maritime safety. Macron repeated that France remains firm on its strategic stance in the region. Global energy markets are under pressure, with Brent crude hitting $104 per barrel in Singapore. WTI and UAE Murban crude are trading near $99 as Middle East tensions escalate. Experts warn that continued instability could further hike international trade expenses and fuel prices. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif had a telephonic conversation with Qatar's Prime Minister to discuss evolving regional security. He thanked Qatar for its steadfast support of Pakistan's peace initiatives. Both leaders look forward to the Emir-e-Qatar's upcoming visit to strengthen the bilateral partnership. And Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi met with Bangladesh's Minister Shama Ubaid Islam to discuss regional cooperation. Bangladesh praised Pakistan's role as a mediator in the US-Iran conflict. Both nations agreed to increase exchange visits to strengthen business and investment opportunities. Those were your headlines. We now take you through the details and the impact of our top stories tonight. A dangerous diplomatic deadlock is unfolding tonight as President Donald Trump officially rejects Iran's latest nuclear proposal. In a stinging post on Truth Social, the US president labeled Tehran's offer unacceptable, warning that the US military is ready to strike if Iran nears weapons-grade uranium enrichment. Iran had proposed a temporary halt to enrichment and a phased reopening of vital Strait of Hormuz, but flatly refused to dismantle its nuclear infrastructure. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian fired back, insisting that diplomacy is not surrender and the nation will not bow to threats. Crude oil prices have skyrocketed, with Brent crude hitting a staggering $104 per barrel in Singapore. As the 30-day window for negotiations looms, energy experts warn that this war of words could soon become an economic crisis for international trade. Pakistan is strengthening its role as a key peacemaker in the escalating US-Iran crisis. In a series of high-level diplomatic moves, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif held a critical phone call with his Qatari counterpart, focusing on regional security and the upcoming visit of the Emir-e-Qatar to Islamabad. The success of Pakistan's neutral ground diplomacy was echoed by Bangladesh today, as Minister Shama Ubaid Islam praised Islamabad's mediation efforts during a meeting with Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi. But it isn't just diplomacy. The region is looking for guarantees. While France clarifies that its naval presence in the Strait of Hormuz is a security mission coordinated with Tehran, Iran's ambassador to China is calling for the UN Security Council and Beijing to act as official guarantors for any future peace deal. As tensions simmer, all eyes remain on Pakistan as it navigates this complex web of global power plays. That's all from the news studio. Subscribe to Suno News so you never miss an update. Thank you.